What's going on, everybody? I am here with another wonderful evening of action-packed nonsense. Uh, yours truly here alone, flying solo to start the night off, but nonetheless, got a lot of stuff going on. I'm sharing this first and foremost tonight. The image of addicts that I've been working on, coloring. Just put them in some background, so I just figured I'd show this, show off. What I've been up to so far. So there it is. Just chilling. A little river, some mountains, nice sunny day. Some planets visible through the atmosphere there. The moon, some other stuff if you really zoom in, but I'm not doing that. I'll bring this back up later and talk more about it, but I don't want it right now. I just figured I'd show you. Anyway, tonight I am going to be trying to draw the page I've been dreading, which is a big car accident scene, truck smashing into a car. And I'm using reference. I think I mentioned it before so I'll show you what's off screen right now. Hold on, let me bring this. Let me remove this for now. Bring me back here. Oh, a little big. Oh, it's not gonna work for me. Nope. There we go. That'll work for now. But here it is. I do have a photo. It was I had to work at it to get it to be what I wanted. It is AI generated. I know, boo hiss, but they don't show this stuff unless you're on one of those sites that's like really messed up and you see a lot of other stuff you don't want to see. They yelled at me and said that they couldn't show it to me, so there was no real photos of the impact in action. There was a lot of impact after the fact type things, but that's not what I was looking for. So my only way to do it and get exactly what I wanted was to have AI make me one. So yeah, there you go. But it is what I wanted. So it wasn't easy. There's a lot of stuff going on to get that there. We have Acres in the chat. What's up, Stacy? Hello and thank you. How's everything going? Oh, good to see you too. Everything's going fine. I'm a little laid back today. I'm very tired. We spent the whole day at the New York Botanical Gardens, me and my wife. We had a nice lunch dinner or dunch. So it was nice. It was a nice relaxing day, but a lot of walking. I mean, I don't get a lot done anymore as far as exercise is concerned. Like I walk and stand at work, my day job, but not like this. This is if anyone's been to the Botanical Gardens, it's all over the damn place. Up hills, down hills, a lot of rocky terrain. And I think we put three miles in. So yeah, there's that. But it was beautiful up. So that's what I did. Oh God, Acres, I'm only one man. Hold on. Great movie about Tourette's. Fuck, shit, piss. Syndrome called I Swear, my favorite movie ever now. All right. I love those gardens. Those are great.
I might have to call bullshit.
What's going on, Pops?
I might have to call bullshit on you running 3 miles.
I mean, what did I do? 3 miles, bro. 3 miles walking.
I probably did that today too, walking around the Comic-Con.
Well, yeah, I would rather walk around a Comic-Con, but the thing with a Comic-Con is it's all flat, unless you're using stairs to get from one. But I use escalators if it's possible. So it's all flat and it's in an environmental controlled place. So in the gardens, it's all over the place. It's out in the sun and dealing with people. Oh my God, the people! They stop in front of you and have a full blown conversation about something that it's like so redundant. I'm like, get out of my way.
Oh, they hear me coming, they move.
I'm like, oh my God. My wife is like, can you just relax? I'm like, I just hate people. I just hate people.
It's funny because all the people behind the table pretty much know me at these local cons, right? Because I go do a walkthrough at all of them. And today we found a couple noobs. We met some noobs. We got some business cards, invited some other people, some new people to come out of the network.
Nice.
And I went up there mainly I did my normal thing. I went around and talked to people, did some promotional stuff, but I went up there to talk to Mark about boosting up in November.
Right.
It's Comic-Con, right? And I feel really confident from the way he was talking that we will be broadcasting live in November from Grand Rapids Comic-Con, as well as already have it set up that we're broadcasting live from the Hall of Heroes Comic-Con at the end of next month, May 30th and 31st.
The Hall of Heroes is at what? Where is that?
Elkhart, Indiana, just like 40 minutes south of us.
All right.
Yeah, this is what it's got. Look, no budget. It's got to be local. I can get to that guy.
Yeah, they're definitely cons I've heard a lot about, but I can't get to them.
Right. I mean,
I need to start making a lot more money so people buy more books.
Yes, this is the whole thing. It's like so we can come out and sign them for you and get out in there. You know what I mean? The difference between doing this, which is fun, and we get eyes on what people are doing,
right?
But interacting with people at the con, is a completely different, right?
Right.
I mean, you're actually seeing their eyes light up or glaze over, depending on whether they're getting your drift, right? I mean, but you have some idea what's going on. When you're out here, you're blind to the audience.
Right.
You have no idea if you're getting through to people, if they're interested in what you're doing or anything, if they don't say something over there in that little chat window.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is that what's her name?
There's some people watching.
Shush.
Yeah, I know there's people watching on Peeled, and I think there's like maybe 2 people on Rumble, and it's like there's people watching, but that's not the same as across the table when you make eye contact.
Yeah.
If you're getting across to them, if they're liking what you're selling, right?
Well, you're absolutely right, and I'll tell you. So I did the 2. This is getting my feet wet year for cons.
Right.
So I did the 2 small ones, one up in Albany and one up in Glens Falls, both up in the same direction. Both of them, well, the Albany one was the weekend one that was the tattoo one that you got.
Yeah, the tattoo
one. But the other one was a one day. It's a Saturday event. It was at the T-shirt factory in Glens Falls, and it was really nicely set up. And we got a lot of people came through there. I made a few sales. I got a bunch of people subscribed and order. I had 2 orders from the the Second Chance campaign before I pulled that down from that show. So it was really good. And I networked with a few of the artists there. I got a bunch of their books, and one guy was actually looking to maybe do something in the future together. And that was a small con. And I got 2 more bigger cons. One is the Garden State Comic Fest, which is a big one.
Well, a lot of people think, I'm going to go to the con and sell my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why you go there. But if you sit in that chair all weekend, you don't go talk to other people, you do not network with other people, it's a missed opportunity. You got to go talk to these other people, man, because you never know what could happen.
Well, they like talking to the creators too, and because so there was a guy in there, and I guess he's a local celebrity because he's had a bunch of sales with his books, and I don't know much about his background, but he's from the area where we were. But he was up and about talking to everybody, and he had a ton of people come back to his booth, and he was in the same room I was in, and I got a couple of overflow people. Like me and his style were completely different, but
right
because he was bringing them into the room, everybody else had the chance
to
looking
around.
Yeah. So
yes, you look. This is the whole thing. What I'm looking forward to doing, I'm not sure exactly how our placement's going to be at Hall of Heroes. I did talk to Alan a little bit about that today. And I told him, I said, I don't want to be right up next to people boothing that are trying to sell stuff. Because we might be a little loud. We might be, you know what I mean? We're live. We're broadcasting, right? So I want to kind of be away, but still near enough to Artist Alley where people can come over to the booth for a few minutes, bring a couple of your things, show them off, right? Because we're going to be broadcasting everywhere. So, and that's the lovely thing about what we're doing. We can broadcast to 14 different destinations.
Right.
So we can grab, we can be going to Lori's, to yours, to Dash's, to Chris's, to all the different places, not just the madness.
Right.
When we're at the con, we're going to spread this thing out, bro. You see what I mean? We're going to broadcast live every freaking place. And it's going to be cool. We'll probably be on Mike Barron's YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be everywhere, and look, there's a lot of years that I put into this. You know that.
Yeah.
When I first told you, come on over, we're going to do this Roku thing, right?
Right.
It took me a little while to get it together. We got together, there's still a couple of things we're working on, but we have all our stuff going up there on a regular basis. You can go to the Madness Roku channel and you can binge watch every freaking thing we've done since we started putting stuff up there. It's all there, and it's regular and it's routine. It's just part of my job now. Another part of what I do during the day. I'm good. But you know me, there's always what's next.
Right.
I don't go, okay, Roku, now I'm just going to sit here and wait and see what happens. No, that ain't me. It's always, okay, we did CromCon. That was cool. How about our network? Yeah, we did that. That's cool. How about putting the network on Roku? Yeah, we did that. That's cool. What's next? Madness Roadshow.
Right.
The Madness Roadshow. And that's what we're going to start doing. And, I told the guy that runs Capital City, I said, come down to Hall of Heroes, check out what we're doing, how we're doing it. If you want us to come do it for you, let me know. We'll be there. Talk to Mark. Mark's like, yeah, man, we're going to put you right over there. It's going to be near Artist Alley so that people don't have to go too far to come to the booth for interviews, stuff like that. Right. It's like totally accommodating us and allowing us to accommodate the artists too. You don't have to come into a different hall to come by our booth, right? We're gonna be right here. We're gonna be right over here. So that kind of stuff.
Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, that's perfect. Like,
now I have a friend who is a friend of the network. Used to be part of the network. He's still a friend of the network, and he did a children's book with Kevin Sorbo.
Oh God.
Few years back.
With Hercules? He did it with
Hercules. Yeah, with Herc, dude. And Herc's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
At Hall of Heroes.
He's making a lot of appearances. Yeah.
So I told dude, my friend, I was like, how'd you like to come down and hang the booth with me? Since he knows Kevin, we'll probably get Kevin in the booth for a minute. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wheels are always turning, dude. I'm always trying to figure out how can we make this big? How can we get more eyes on what you guys do? And I keep spinning them wheels, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought, when we were off air before the show, you told me you were talking to my man, Bart Sears.
Yeah, Mr. Sears. I showed the video. We were talking about TV shows and all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I have fun when I go there. Like today, it wasn't I'm running around doing interviews with everybody day. Okay, usually when I go to the con, I run around, I get a 2-3 minute spot with everybody I talk to. And then we post them, Today I went up there to talk business. Now that's not saying we didn't walk around and say hi to all our friends, take some pictures, have some fun. And I'm going to show you some of that. What do you think? Can I show you some of that?
Go ahead, man.
All right, here we go. I want to make these big. Check this dude out. Can you see this dude?
Yeah, that's cool.
He's big, bro.
Yeah, he's tall, dude.
We're all like, dude, you are huge. And he's like, yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. He said. The one-legged GM, who is a awesome author and game master, talk to him about maybe bringing another game stream to the network, because that's what I'm there. It's why I'm there. I'm
the guy sitting down.
Yeah.
Does he have a prosthetic leg?
Yeah. He's the one-legged GM. That's his gig. Nice guy though, totally cool. We're gonna do something with them. Look, I want to bring as many people into this network as I can. Now, y'all might recognize old Scott Rosenbach because He's the guy I always sneak up behind at the cons,
Oh yeah.
make him jump out of his chair. Well, I got him today too, but Brad didn't get it on film.
Oh no.
But I got him again today too, man. He jumped out of his freaking chair. He turned around. I was right there. He's like, oh. He don't know how I keep ending up getting in his booth behind him without him knowing it. How I do it, but I do it every time. I love Scott. He's a good dude, and that's a big boy, bro. I mean,
yeah,
that's a big boy. Okay, one of those costumes is store bought, and one of them is homemade.
All right, I'm gonna say the one in front is homemade.
Yeah, pretty nice, huh?
But it's made nice, yeah.
Yeah, look. I mean, the polish on the Mandalorian armor, you can tell that's store bought.
Yeah. The chest piece, gives it away.
Oh, dude, the shoulders. I mean, I'm standing right next to him. Them shoulders, you can see yourself in it. This shit gleamed, bro.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Bob Hall.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all know Bob Hall. West Coast
familiar.
Avengers, Thor. He's done a lot of stuff. Okay, a lot of stuff. Really nice guy. First time I went up to see him, I had a stack of comics. I mean, the first time I was doing a con, I knew he was going to be there. I took a stack of comics, and I forgot one of them, which was Thor Annual 10. I forgot it. I don't know how, but I did. It didn't get there, right?
Uh-oh.
So this morning, I tore this room apart trying to find that comic. Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was kind of bummed because I couldn't take it. You know, I couldn't take it up there and have him sign it. But I'll find it eventually, and I'll see him again. He's a good dude. And let's see who else we got. Oh, Gene Davis. You remember the chicken lady?
Vaguely, yeah.
She every time I interview her at the con, she's always got a chicken on her table. It's kind of a goofy looking chicken, right?
Did she have one this time?
Yeah, it was. But it was. Yeah, that's the egg because the chicken was taking a break. Jean is an author. She's funny as hell. She's cool as hell. I talk to her every time we go up there too. Gene Davis, you guys, science fiction, horror, fantasy. Oh, look at this.
I'm sorry?
Did you ever watch the Mavericks TV show?
No, I don't believe I did.
Then we went, oh yeah, Maverick.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I'm sorry.
My brother was Brett and I was Bart.
Brett and Bart.
Nice.
Yeah, right there. He's signing Turok #1.
We have a
that's a great book,
we're on
dude.
Roku, we are on all the platforms. We have tons of shows.
I talked to dude for like 10 minutes, man. I told him everything. Hey, everybody. Man, I don't know if you recognize this guy. This is Tim Seeley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Silly.
This is pretty funny. Check this out. I'm here at Kalamazoo Comic-Con with friends, family, neighbors, everybody. Tim Seeley, Patrick Seeley. Holy crap, we have the same
You
name.
must be related somewhere along the line.
Spelled differently, but
Okay,
it's
we'll
all
take it.
good, right?
It's the same kind in France.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
England, we're both, right? It's European. Yeah.
Hey, somewhere over there. Okay. We are here with Tim Seeley. Check it out, guys. All the good stuff. It's always here. He's drawing. He's doing commissions. Come on down there to Kalamazoo. I don't say Grand Rapids.
It's Grand Rapids Comic Con.
Yeah. But we're in
Come
Kalamazoo.
down wherever the hell
You know
I am.
what's up. We got Bob Hall. We got Bart Sears. It's all action down here. Get down here. Get you some autographs. I got me some.
Nice.
I have too much fun doing this shit, you see? and it's like doing it that way is cool, it's fun, but I don't get to really promote the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like not the way I want to, you know. So I mean, I put in work. I showed them, you know, I'm not going away. I'm gonna keep doing this. Now, our boy Nem, David Howard, you guys know from Nem in the AM and
Yes, sir.
the game streams and whatnot. He is the one that made that wonderful Kalamazoo ad that we've been playing for the last 2 months.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And that ad is kind of one of the things that helped get us in because I told them, go ahead and make it, man, and we'll show it to him. If he likes it, we'll play it, right? If he's okay with it, we'll play it. And, so I sent it to him. I say, hey, man, if you like it, we'll put it in the studios. We'll play it on every show, whatever, right? And he's like, sure, play it. He goes, run it. He said, run it. And I was like, all right, cool, and so now Nem is going to be making another one. Speaking of Nem went through some hell this last week with doctors and all kinds of crap.
His posts, man. It's
prayers up to Nem. Love you, dude. I'm glad he told me. He did tell me a little while ago he is feeling better today, but he's going to keep resting up and get back to his normal self.
Yeah,
right.
Got to rest, man. After all that,
he did have a taco moment in the recovery room.
Oh,
Taco Feo did find his way into the recovery room. They had given him spinal, right? So he was like just totally relaxed. And they turned him over onto his stomach. And 15-second fart.
Man.
And all the nurses are just like laughing. And Nicole's giving the eye roll. And oh my God, I love that dude. He is so funny. But yeah, I'm glad that he's feeling better. And he's going to be working on an ad for the Hall of Heroes Comic-Con, and we'll be playing that next. Yeah. So just get used to seeing those kind of ads coming out of our network because we want to promote the shows, the brick and mortar stores, the people that do it. It's not just about the art and the writers. It's about the whole thing has to come together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all got to work together, man. The stores, they're going to know more about you if we're running their ads on our network. You see, they're going to be okay. They're going to look. Well, what kind of shows our ad running on? Oh, it's a comic drop stream. Cool.
Yeah, right.
And we'll match stuff up to the stuff it goes with. Look, there's no plateau that's going to be good enough. You see what I'm saying? And Pops ain't never going to go, okay, I'm good. I'm always going to think about next.
Once you start the ball rolling, you can't stop. I mean, that's
it's always been that way.
All of this, you can't. I can take a break from something. I can't take a break from doing it at all. Now, I got a question for you because I put a poll up in the setup, but how do I get that in the chat? Do you know?
I don't know which places it would go to. Are you setting it up on your YouTube channel or?
I set it up in StreamYard. And
where is that? I've never even.
See,
I don't mess with none of the crap, dude. I run a network. I'll
show it to you. Here, there it is on the screen.
Yeah, they keep throwing crap in here, and I don't even look at it, man. I don't know.
So, since I don't know if everybody out there watching can see it, or
let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna go over to YouTube, my YouTube channel, and see if it's up there. Oh yeah, it's up there.
It is okay.
It doesn't show a way that I don't think they can vote from there.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that's a thing.
You know what I mean? Type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. It says. Well, let's see.
Okay, so yeah, do that. Tap 1, 2, 3 in the chat.
What are the choices here?
So basically, what it is I'm asking the question: what genre should I do for my next trilogy? Because this next book is the end of the Addicts trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And so the choices I'm putting up there are it can continue with the superhero / gods books, which is what Addicts is a part of.
Right. It
can be a futuristic fantasy, which is I have a story called oh God, it's escaping Paradiso is the name of the book. These are books that these are stories that started with their issue 0 in my anthology that I first released, first release.
Okay.
And the other one is a sci-fi steampunk, and that story is kind of like, if anybody's familiar with that TV show from I guess the early 2000s, late 90s, Fringe. Do you remember Fringe?
Dude, I love Fringe. Here you go, number 3. That's it. I'm typing 3 in the chat right now.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of Fringe mixed with something different. It has to do with twins, and what the story is it's identical twins in the main universe in this story. Or have superpowers when they're in close proximity to each other.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It counted the vote.
Nice. I like that. There it is.
Come over
100%.
to the YouTube.
100%.
You got to do it probably in YouTube or Facebook. One of the things that StreamYard actually sees the chat.
Right.
Right.
So
You probably can't do it on Peeled. Probably can't do it on Rumble. But, you know.
If you are out there and you're watching, because I see there's some people watching.
Yeah, just hit a number, man, just so we can see it. We're trying this out.
Yeah. Figured I'd give it a shot. Keeps asking me about it every time we do a show. So I was like, let me fucking try this out.
Now, you can still hear me. You put the art up top. Okay, you can still hear me talking.
Let me do it this way. So it's there we go.
Nah,
I'm gonna take the poll. I'm gonna take the poll down for now. I'll put it up sporadically.
All right. I do want to say I'm wearing my "We Are All Taco" shirt, and that's in honoring them. You know,
I like
Taco
it.
Fail, right?
We're
all taco. We're all
did that
going
shirt?
to. Lori made them for
Okay.
the whole game crew. Everybody
Nice.
that's in the stream, you know, that does the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
stream. Because when he got sick, man, we just like, oh no, fuck that. We were all taco.
How did Nem's book do? It's done now, right?
Yeah, he just got them, and he just got them. But of course, he can't really do much.
No, I know. But
But Nicole's
you know-
taking care of it. You know, she's taking care of the getting everything bag and boarded and all that shit and get
Right.
ready to go. So
I also want to say another thing to the people watching. If you are someone who backed my book, Addicts Unbound Fury 2, and you check your email and check the
Survey.
Kickstarter or Fund My Comic, and make sure you gave me your address, because I have a bunch of addresses that I'm trying to collect still, and no one's responding, and I can't send them to you if I don't know where the hell you are.
see, that's what I hate about those. It's like they don't want you talking to the customers and doing this and that, but sometimes
Right.
you got to. You know?
Well,
You
now
got
they changed. At least Kickstarter changed their standpoint on getting in touch with the people that backed you, because I guess they were getting a lot of complaints that people are calling later saying they didn't get their shit yet, but meanwhile
Yeah.
they never provided a mailing
Right.
address. It's like
Right.
I could send it to Joe Schmo in Kalamazoo, but if that ain't you, what the fuck?
just send them all to me, and then when they come calling, tell them to come talk to me. You know?
Yeah, really. But yeah,
Now-
if you're out there, check and make sure I got your address, because I can't send it to you if I don't.
Now I know this first con down at Hall of Heroes, I ordered some Aussie books. There's gonna be some con edition Aussie books on the table. I'm not telling everybody to send me a bunch of books because I'm gonna be doing the show.
Right.
But once I know how this goes, like once I've done it and I know what kind of time I have in between or whatever to play, right? Because like, check it out. On Saturday at 4:00, it's going to be the Q&A draw stream. I ain't got to do that.
Right. Where
I'll
is
be
the book? Where is the book still available? Like, how can people?
Oh, it's
get
still
it?
on Amazon. It's on Fund My Comic everywhere. It just depends on
Which is
cover.
a good place to send them, because when I do cons, what I might do is bring my Aussie book and put it up so people can see it, and then just put like a QR code or something to where they can link up to go buy it.
Right. I'll make sure you have the link to the con edition since you'll be selling it at the con.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll make sure you have a link to that, which actually the link we have for that right now is, for just you guys setting up at the table, you get it cheaper than
Yeah.
retail, but no matter what it is, we're going to hook up Madness people, whatever they need, Fund My Comic though, that's where you can get the A cover and the wraparound. So you have two options there.
Right. Who did the wraparound again?
Tony Ernesto, a school teacher in Iowa.
It came out really nice. I like
Oh,
it.
dude, it was I liked it so much. But see, the original was flipped over
Yeah.
and it had some script and stuff in it. Remember?
Yeah.
I was like, and I called him. I said, "Man, would you mind if we like removed the words and flipped it over and wrapped it around the whole book?" And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, really," because I love that piece. It was awesome. And Les has a piece. That's the con edition. It's one of the Les Garner pieces. And Edwin did the artist edition.
Yeah, I like the one Edwin did for that.
Yeah.
Did you I know you watch the shows from the back. From you tune in. Did you see the cover he did for me that I'm going to put on one of my trilogies?
Yeah.
He did
Dude,
some
and
good
you
job.
see how fast he does that shit?
Well, he did the coloring. It was a piece I did, and he colored it, and he did it during the course of the second draw stream, I think.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, he
Hey.
did a good job.
I've told Edwin before, hey man, we're getting ready to do something like this, man. You want to play around with it? He'll send me 3 or 4 different covers,
Right.
like full blown covers with fucking title and everything, and I'm like, overnight, right? And you're just like, what the? Did you work on this shit all night?
Yeah,
long?
it's funny because he does a lot of things really fast, and then every once in a while he'll get bogged down on a piece and he'll really go like put all in on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what's taking you so long? Yo, why you slow today? But
and Manny too. Him and Manny work so well together, dude.
oh yeah.
There's always going to be what's next. That's my drive says, okay, every time we attain what we were trying to get to, cool, what's next? And the wheels are always going to be turning. I'm always going to be looking for suggestions. I'm always going to be trying to grow the network. It's never, okay, we're done with the network, move on to the next thing. The network is going to still be there, right? But as it gets easier to do, I need something else to do.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I'm not a rest on your laurels guy. I'm like, okay, that was cool. It was fun to do. What's next? And that's where I'm at, so I'm really looking forward to setting up, broadcasting live from a con, talking to fans on the floor, and still doing our regular weekend shows on a big screen so the fans walking by can see what we do.
Well, cons are fun. So I don't know if you were aware or if you caught me saying it, but I ran the med stream this past Wednesday completely off of my mobile setup that I've been putting together. And now I pretty much have everything I need to be completely mobile. I have the computer, I have the cameras, I have the Steam Deck, I have the mic, I have everything I need to be mobile. Because I want to do a show. I want to bring back the live drink and draws. Remember they used to do drink and draws back in the 90s?
See, look, I was talking to Bart about that.
I love those things. I was at the one where I don't know if you
I don't know if I should have said that out loud, but I had a conversation with somebody today.
Everybody did them back in the 90s.
I know, and about possibly maybe bringing one.
So
look, when I go to I'm networking. I'm trying to bring people in, bro.
Well, I have a place near me that's it's a cool place. It's a coffee shop and bar all day long, and then at 5 o'clock the coffee shop part closes, and then it stays open till 1 o'clock in the morning as a bar, and it's all like craft beers and microbrewery type stuff and whatever. It's no liquor because of the coffee shop. There was some sort of conflict. They couldn't do both in the same place, but they can do beer. And I talked to them, and there's a lot of artists that go in there. There's 2 comic book artists that are in there. One of them's 19, the other one's 23. Really good. The younger one does horror comics, really dark looking crap, dude, like Geiger type shit. And the other one does a little bit of everything. I would say I saw their portfolio. They have a little bit of everything in there. And I talked to them and the owner, and they were like, yeah, if you can put it together, we'll do it from here. We'll pick a night and do it from here. So I really want to get that going, but I want to do it through a stream because that's the new way to do it.
Live show. Yeah, hell yeah.
So I would share. The way I would set it up is I'd have my stuff set up remotely, so my camera you can see the overall scene of everybody doing it, and then the other one would be a share screen from a phone, so you could go and check out,
walk around,
different people, talk to them, look at what they're doing. But I remember I was in Manhattan. I was in school at the time, art school, and the drinking drawers were big, and all the guys that worked at Marvel and DC and even Image came when they came to town. They were all in there, and it was the one where Jim Lee. What they did was at this one drinking drawer, they put out a big brown paper, like butcher paper, over a bunch of tables they slammed together, and all the artists drew on it in different areas, and Jim Lee drew on it, and someone cut and stole that piece of art. And I think they ended up selling it years later for a lot of money. But I remember that it was a big to-do because, you didn't have social media, so you didn't hear about it then, but you heard it through the grapevine and at cons and stuff like, yeah, did you hear someone fucking swipe Jim Lee's drinking drawer piece? And it's like no one knew who did it. It wasn't me. The story is, it wasn't me. But I was there. He had already left, and the art was still on the table when I was there. And I looked at it, and I remember saying, I said, yo, that looks a lot like Jim Lee. And someone was like, hey, he's freaking here, dude. I was like, oh, shit.
Did you ever see the Angry Ex-Girlfriend variant?
Of what?
I think it was Spider-Man and first appearance of Punisher, 129 or whatever.
No, I don't think I did. I might remember it if I see it, but I didn't.
Well, what happened is dude's girlfriend got pissed off and she wrote nasty shit all over it.
Oh, shit.
So he went and graded it and slapped it. And it's
we'll make some money off this.
It's the they call it the Angry Ex-Girlfriend variant.
That's funny.
Amazing Spider-Man 129. And the funny thing is I actually know the guy. He's like right here logo that has it. And it was a big thing on social media, right? It was all over in the groups and shit. People were like, I can't believe somebody did this to this dude's book. It's like big deal, right? And then you get them people that are like, yeah, that's my book. And you lying motherfucker.
Yeah, right? It's mine.
I just had it in my hands last week, right? I know it.
Like, you full of shit.
Yeah, he's a local guy that has always sets up the cons vendor, But you get to know people, local lore and shit, and then when you see out in the wild the things people make up about it or whatever, and it's like, man.
I just remember that was so crazy because it back in the day it was at least in the scene in the comic art scene it was such a big deal, and I was like, I friggin' saw that thing.
I bet I know why people don't do too many drinking draws now, Dale.
Uh-oh, what happened?
You don't remember that Dale Keown fucking falling asleep and singing about Mandy and shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got shit faced drunk.
And then he passed out.
Yeah.
For like an hour or 2 hours or some shit.
Oh, dude,
back in and he was
4 hours in the chair, man. I think he fell out of the chair. Dude.
That was funny.
Dude.
Dale Keown, man, he's so good, and he's made so much money over the years doing it, what he's good at. He don't give a shit.
No, but I mean, that probably shied a whole bunch of people away from getting too buzzed on a drawstring.
Yeah, because I remember just before that they were doing that whole crew of people. They were drinking like every time they streamed, and that kind of fell by the wayside.
And the other thing, there was another crew that used to do a backer shots.
Yes. Yep.
And every time somebody backed, they do a shot, and that poor girl could damn near kill herself.
Yeah, that's
you get 20, 30 people fucking back your book during the show.
Yup.
You know what I mean? So
there was some people getting loopy off the back of that thing, man.
Yeah. There was people actually like trying to get somebody killed on back.
Well, at a certain point, I'd have to be like, okay, that's over. We're done for
that. Yeah, that's enough. That was me. It was like, you got to call a limit somewhere. How about y'all take turns? Everybody on the show. Every time there's back, somebody takes a shot. Next guy. Around the table. Don't make that poor girl take all them shots.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, everybody, just in case, because I see there's a bunch of people in the chat now throughout the nation. So I'm going to show this again real quick. Just drop 1, 2, or 3 in the chat as to what kind of genre you'd like to see me do for the next trilogy I'm going to be working on, and I'll give it some serious thought if we get a bunch of votes. But
Otherwise, he's going to do what I said.
Otherwise, I'm just going to draw something about meatball and spaghettis.
No, man. You said, as soon as you said Fringe, I was like, that's the one. You forget that other shit. Go with the Fringe. I missed that show. I actually have recently went through and watched that whole series again.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
I got to tell you, I love the concept. I love the concept. I love the characters I created for it. And so I really, really I want to do it. But doing the steampunk aspect of it, because the other world, spoiler, the other world that's side by side with the main one, it is a steampunk feel type of world. It's what would happen if the world went a different route, and
right,
the route they went was steampunk. And what I have to do for that is it's mirror image. So it's like New York City, but New York City if it was set up for Zeppelins and set up with steampunk rather than electric and all that stuff. So you're adding a lot of things to what's existing and trying to make it cool, you know. And that's where the work really lays in making the environment look and feel like that. Gas lights in the house rather than electric light bulbs. Fucking.
And we were just talking about Tony Ernesto, and he just popped into that very post with all them pictures. He popped into that thread where all them pictures that I posted. He's like, awesome. And it's like, Tony, if you're watching, it's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. That dude, man, that's and look, I didn't know anything about him. You remember how I was just secretly sending messages to people, you want to be part of this, you want to be part of this.
Right.
He approached me because he saw us talking about it on a show or something. I didn't, it wasn't like I went to him, right?
Right.
And I find out about stuff people later on after I meet, do stuff with them, right? Or whatever. And dude's a award-winning teacher in the arts, I think, in Iowa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like regional teacher of the year award. So he's like, I was like, sweet, because you know how I am with the kids, okay?
Right.
I appreciate somebody that, is solid about how they approach teaching children. Coaching, I'm real big on making sure that, the coaches don't let the kids run the game. Be coach, teach the kids how the game's going to be, because if they get to high school and they still want to do this, it's your job to make them good enough to make that team.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not, you don't coddle them, it's not, if they're doing this and you can tell the kids that are there because their parents want them there versus the kids that want to be there, right? You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And those kids that want to be there, you better give them your all. You better give them everything you got, or move out the way and let somebody else coach that team.
Right.
I'm like that.
I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like that. We got some great music staff at the middle school and the high school. Like really, really good. The kids, they win awards, like regional awards, state awards and stuff. They're being taught that well. So, love living in a small town. I'm just saying. I love living in a small town. I lived in big cities all my life until I came here.
Oh, really?
And I would never trade this. I haven't heard sirens, shoppers.
Oh, man.
None of that shit.
And I would give an arm to be in an area like that. We went to, like I said earlier, with the botanical gardens today, and my wife was getting so mad because not so much when you got in the heart of it, but when you were at the outskirts of it, all you heard was friggin' ambulances and police cars, and it was like, you're trying to have a nice, relaxing day, looking at all the flowers and everything. There was an orchid show and all this other stuff, and all you hear is whoop 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 whoop. Yeah. Come on, man.
It's so different. dude.
Yeah.
I mean, deer walking through the neighborhood and shit. This is what I like. Okay. And I never knew I liked it until I lived it.
Let me see.
You know what I mean?
Can you see? Can you see this atrocity I'm trying to illustrate?
It's really light. You're keeping them pencils light. I can see the truck.
This is blue line. This is just blue line.
Okay.
I'm laying it out right now, but it's a truck slamming into a car because.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see now. The car's getting T-boned by the truck. Okay.
Yeah, like the whole front end driver's side is just destroyed because there's no survivor in the car from this.
So this one got banged up pretty bad.
This one, yeah, a little bit. Airbag ain't helping that shit. I'll tell you that.
Mike's show the other day on the Barkwire, he was talking about Joseph Wambaugh, who's an author.
Right.
Cop stories, cop novels, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as he said the dude's name, it like I flashed back to 12 years old reading. I'm 12 years old. I ain't got nothing to read. I go to mom's bookcase, and she's got all these Joseph Wambaugh books, right? And I just grab one at random, The Choir Boys. It's a cop book, right?
Right.
So I'm reading it, and when Mike said Joseph Wambaugh, it totally flashed back to a scene in the book where, cops respond to traffic accidents like this, like what's happening in your picture, right? And looky-loos. You know the looky-loos. Them motherfuckers, they got to slow down.
Oh, I hate
no
it.
window down. Everybody okay, officer?
And then everybody's late for work because of them bastards.
So the officer holds a head up by the hair and says, well, this one got banged up pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This one didn't make it. Well, the head made it.
Out the windshield.
Yeah. Found this a block away. Can we reattach?
Well, it's like I hadn't thought of that in years, and he mentioned, just the author's name, and it's like, boom, just totally comes back to me. Only part of the book I can remember, right? But that's just stuck. It's like this one got banged up pretty good. And I don't know. They made a movie of that, but I don't know if that scene's in the movie.
Right.
Because I never watched the movie. I didn't care.
Yeah, I have no idea. That'd be pretty funny though. I remember, you know what I saw? And I think it was a bomb though at a car accident scene, but there was some show that I don't know if it was an ex of mine or I was just watching it, but it was a ambulance show, like they were medics, right? And and the woman, it was a season finale, there was a big explosion, and then they zero in on this blonde woman who was one of the main character medics. She's on the ground because she had got blown back, and she's like, and she pushes herself up a little bit, and she looks in front of her, and she's looking at her own legs, like about 50 feet out in front of her.
Oh.
So she got blown in half, and so she's dying now. This was like her last hurrah before she passed out and died. And I was like, oh, that's fucked up. I was like, that's some dark shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to be walking on those.
Could you imagine looking at your own legs like about 100 feet in front of you, 50 feet in front of you?
Oh, dude.
Because you're like, oh, that's not going to, you can't fix that with a Band-Aid.
Well, I mean, it's going to take you a minute to even recognize that they're yours.
Yeah, you might not even live long enough to realize they're yours.
And you're probably going to go into shock as soon as you notice that they are, as soon as you realize that they are, wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and that show was pretty dark because there was another same show, but there was a car accident and a beam fell off the back of a truck onto the car, and the guy, or it was a guy or a woman, I can't remember, was in the car, and they basically had to tell the person that you're dead. Like if we remove this beam's the only thing holding your organs in. When we remove this beam, you're dead.
This is actually in real life happened to one of the people that friend of mine, friend of Tim's from the ID show.
Right.
It's Tim's best friend, actually. He was putting a bike in the trunk of a car on the side of the road.
Right.
And somebody come down the road, dropped their phone, reaching down for their phone, swerved over, smashed into it. So he smashed between truck and car.
Right.
And
Damn.
basically that was what they had to do. Call his wife, come down and say goodbye, because
Yeah. Yeah, because as soon as we move this, he's
he's bleeding out. It's
Yeah.
over.
That's
You
what they
know?
did in the show. They had all his family and everybody come down and see him.
Yeah, that's real life shit, man. And
It's fucking crazy.
God damn, I hate remembering that for me and Tim, because it's fucked up shit. That's damn 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's like I said, like it's bad enough that shit happens in life, but when they put it on a show, it's like, wow, you just went into a dark realm, dude.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, look, I wouldn't want Tim to be watching that show and see that. It'd fuck him up,
Right?
But I mean, it kind of bothered me a little bit just thinking about it myself, because that's what it brought me back to, But yeah, that's that, and there is like a super bright spot of this funeral. We went to his funeral, all of us, obviously, his whole crew, and we all wore sports jerseys. Okay, we didn't suit up, black, none of that. We went to the funeral representing the things he loved.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of us. And they even had asked everybody, nobody wear black, please. Right?
Yeah.
And there was people that wore black. But it was awesome, man, to see all them different jerseys in the pews, in respect to Duke, because that's what he would have wanted. We all fantasy football together. We all did all that,
So it wasn't a specific jersey. It was just whatever anybody liked.
Everybody, we all wore different stuff. I mean, pretty much they were all teams that he loved, but we all wore our own.
Right.
Like,
no, that's cool. That's nice.
Like I had a Richard Dumas jersey, right, from the Suns.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who Dumas was, but he was a star for about 2 years, but he liked weed too much.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, but
he was really, really good. Like really, 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 really good, really good.
Right.
Come into the Suns as a rookie, start tearing it up. Got suspended.
Oh shit!
Got suspended for a year. Come back, tore it up some more. Suspended for another year, and then I think that was three strike rule in the NBA. Third time either. But he just like weed more than playing basketball, I guess. You know what I mean? And obviously he didn't care because he kept right on smoking weed. I made some millions. I'm out, right?
Yeah. I only needed to be in here for a couple of years.
It's funny because he had two different jerseys. The jersey he had his rookie year, and then when he came back, he flipped the numbers around.
Oh, really?
So I had a home jersey that was 23 and a away jersey that was 32, I think, or some shit.
Funny. It's funny. You had both his numbers.
Yeah, because I could relate to Dude. I mean, look now. Everybody allowed to do it now. Look, they kicked him out the league for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody allowed to do it now. I did 6 years prison for it. Yeah.
Well, how long ago was that?
I did 4 years in 81, and then a year and a half, give or take, in 15 years ago, 15 years ago, right before Dude that we were just talking about passed away, actually.
Well, now you can be like a convicted murderer, right? And play football, so.
What's next?
So I brought this up. I wanted to share this. This is we were talking about it earlier. Edwin's quick ability. So I have a fan art page on my website, and this is it right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is Edwin starts it off. There's a couple of things of addicts that Edwin did on DrawStream. And his ability to do the lettering too and stuff.
Yeah, making logos and all that shit, dude.
Really good, man. Really good.
Yeah.
So
He did a bunch of Cromniverse covers for us when we were going to put together the Ashcan anthology.
right.
He is like, as soon as I told him about it, he's like making all these little Crom covers. One with him like the Joker, you know, I mean, a bunch of different shit. Right? It was cool. Like you say, like overnight, I was getting covers from Edwin.
Well, I like this. We were talking about, I was telling him about I want to do a 3D figure because I got the 3D printer now and everything set up, and I'm learning on how to use it. And he drew this on stream, which is like almost like a Papa, like a little big head character.
Chibi.
Yeah, and I actually had this made in a 3D format to be printed. So that's going to be one of the first things I print when I decide to pull the trigger and print stuff.
You got to have him draw a side view and a rear view for you.
This is his drawing, and then this is what he had like ChatGPT or Grok or something make this from his drawing.
Right. Okay.
I have a different one that's similar to this, but it's an actual one from a 3D printer program. And then you have Raul. Raul did a bunch of stuff on stream.
I know that guy.
So this character here, Legion, Edwin actually did the title, the lettering that I'm going to be using for it when I do it.
Talking about Raul, the dude that draws pictures of girls kissing other girls' feet on the stream.
Raul and T. Yeah.
Last week, I'm like, what the fuck are you drawing, boy?
With his gaming network.
Oh, yeah. Drop Zone Gaming, man. Over there on Roku. It's the only place you can see it on the Madness Roku app.
And then this is actually a friend of mine that I grew up with. We met in early high school when we were freshmen, and we've been friends for over 30 years now. And this is one of the original designs for Addicts. This was drawn way back in, what was this, 97? This was made. Nice. And this is more recent. He just did this one, and he looks like Addicts the Hulk. Look, no neck.
Yeah.
But I love the way he does. His detail is insane. I love the way he did that face. Then you got Manuel Soto. He draws fast too.
Yeah.
Texas boy. They work together. He did all these characters on one single stream,
dude.
Just by looking at the website.
Manny used to come out on stream, draw 3 things in an hour every time.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he did all of these.
Three in an hour, right? But he's drawing like 20 different Croms.
Right.
At least 20 different Croms. He's drawing Crom all kinds of different ways. My favorite one is the baseball bat with Crom flipping you off. Manny did that one. That's my favorite.
I mean, no joke. If I would like to see Manny's page work layouts and stuff, because if he can draw this fast, this good. I mean, these are good. These are all great poses. I'd give him backup story work. You know what I'm saying? In future books.
He's good. He really is good.
And then we have Jerome Hines. He did this one a while back, and he said, Chris, you can use it for whatever you want. So this image here is of Chinkara. She's a female Addicts type character.
Right.
She's in the trilogy I'm working on. And this is actually the sticker for subscribers that is going out with the book. So I turned this into a sticker. So subscribers, if you're out there and you ordered the book, this is what's coming with it.
Look, you're gonna get some Jerry.
I think it's a 2.5. I think it's a 2.5 inch sticker. But yeah, so if you're an artist out there and you want to get your fan art put up on a website, just send it to me, and if I like it, I'll throw it up on here.
There you go. And that's another thing. Is networking, is helping each other, getting seen, man. If you guys all did that for each other, I wouldn't have to do shit.
Yeah. I try to do what I can. I mean, I can't do a lot. I'm not huge. You know what I'm saying? If I was huge,
look, I get it. Okay, some of you got 9 to 5. You come home, you want to art, you want to do a stream, you want to go to bed. I also know that sometimes I spend 2 minutes. I can share out 30 different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I just make myself do it, right? Well, for me, it's habit. Okay, for me, it's just natural. See somebody's stuff, hit share button,
Right.
right? Everybody ain't good. You know, you can't expect everybody to do that. But man, it will help all of you the more you do it. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No doubt. This is going relatively well, this piece. I hope I don't fuck it up at some point. The more I start liking something I'm drawing, the more chance there is that it's going to look like shit at the end. Because I always
And the more worried you get about fucking it up. I know.
right. That's what happens. You're like, oh, this. I'm like, let me stop now because I like where it's going. It's like, but you ain't done. Yeah, but you don't want me to finish.
Hey, I drew a couple of things that I got to the point where I had to just go ahead and put it in a frame behind glass so I couldn't fuck with it no more.
Right.
Because eventually I'm going to screw it up and it looks good now. Leave it alone, right? Quit messing with it. But you keep seeing a flaw and a flaw.
Well,
I wonder if I can fix that. And it's like, that's when you're killing the actual art. The flaws are part of art, people.
the panicking for me doesn't stop until after I get it back from the colorist. Because even if I really, really like the page or the piece, I need to see it finished from the colorist's perspective before I can say, yeah, that's good. I like it. Because I did have someone that they're not a regular with me, but back when I first started and I was feeling out which colorists I liked and which ones stuff I was going to use, man, someone sent me back some stuff and I was like, I sent you a color layout. What did you do? I was like, I don't know if they were like one of these rainbow people or whatever, but they put colors in this fucking thing that made no sense to me whatsoever. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't use that.
I don't know what you're sending me. I didn't know.
I'll pay you for your time, but that's I can't use it. That you won't see this in print. I'm sorry.
Dude, there's times like I remember this one guy, he had this beautiful penciled piece, right? Beautiful penciled piece. And we really loved him. We were talking about how good this book is going to be, right? And then he sends me a PDF. Check this out, Pops. Book's ready to go to printer. I look at it. The colorist had washed out like 60% of the line work.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
And now it's just a picture.
Oh,
It was a badass piece of art.
They did it wrong. They didn't put the line work over it.
The colors were dark, like in the wrong places.
Yeah.
It would just wash out light line work.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
purple shouldn't wash out black.
No.
You see what I'm saying? It was like it was so it was so dark. There
Because they
was
did it over the friggin'
it
line
was
work.
horrible, dude. It was,
Yeah.
and it was like it was such a beautiful piece, And it's like ever since then, man, it's like I've always been like, man, I'm talking to a colorist. I'm like, just don't wash out the line work.
Yep.
That's the art. You're the pop, but that's the art. Don't mess with the art.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even my colorists, I love my colorists. They're good. They're always on time. I'm hoping I don't lose my main interior colorist because I've been promising to get pages to her for the new book for a while, and I don't have anything to give her yet finished, and I got to get it finished. But I mean, I'll tell you, I give pencils. I don't ink my books.
Right.
And it doesn't wash out. They do such a good job. You could still see it through, and that's what I like. It gives you that faint, sketchy look to it, and
that's what I'm saying. You got to be, if you're a colorist, man. The main thing you got to understand is that we want to see all that. Everything that Christian's drawing right now. We want to see every line.
right.
It's cool. Put some colors around it, behind it, upside down, inside out, whatever. Don't mess with those lines.
And I like so the one thing that my colorist does that I like what she does it is if something's moving, like so in this scene here, all these pieces that are flying,
line, yeah.
she'll throw a little blur to it to make it look, give it that motion.
Right.
And I like that she does that because she knows what to do it on. She doesn't do it on everything. It's just like she'll go in and do it piece by piece and make sure that some stuff will be moving faster than others. Like it's really cool. Like, so as I'm drawing this, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see what she does with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like the wheels, because it's an actual moving impact. She'll probably put the spin on them, like they're still moving. Maybe the front one that planted will be stopped, but the back one will still be rotating. Like stuff like that, like little nuance stuff. And it's stuff you can't really, unless you put motion lines, you can't tell that part of the story with the pencil. But we're at 11:13 already. Woo.
I know. Edwin was come out and say hi for a minute.
Edwin is going to be on. He'll probably be on the second one. He had a tattoo party he had to do. I guess he had a bunch of people coming over for tattoos.
That shit can go on all night over there.
I know. I was like, all right, cool.
I keep trying to just do that shit on the show. It's like, I don't mind if we have a tattoo show. I don't care.
I remember he had an impromptu person, I guess, wanted something. And hey, listen, you always got to take the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was on stream, and I guess they said, oh, can we come over now? And they came over while he was on with us. And he was like, do you mind if I do this while we're live? And I said, yeah, do it, dude. As long as they're cool with being on the.
That's the thing. They got to be cool with it too. But yeah. Hell yeah. I would love to have a tattoo show just like everything else, man. I don't care. I want it to be pop culture. Right. If you're doing something and we don't have that, I want it. I'm just saying, I want a wrestling show. We don't have a wrestling show. I want somebody that loves wrestling to come out and talk about their wrestling and drop a clip and do this and that, whatever, predictions, what you think about the next big show, whatever, right?
Right.
I want somebody to do a show like that. I don't watch it enough to be able to do justice.
I love wrestling and I watch it intermittently. I get all the updates by watching clips of the matches on YouTube or whatever, Facebook.
Yes.
But I don't know the ins and outs of the storylines and what's going on right now and all that stuff. So I'd be a good guest along with someone that did know what they were talking about. Hey,
see, that's the whole thing though. If we could just get somebody that was willing to host it, there's always going to be somebody willing to come out and talk shit about whatever storyline that is driving them crazy or one that they really like or whatever, you know. I would love to I would even set up the format for a show like that if I could find somebody that loves wrestling enough to come out and host it and do it right.
Right.
You know, I'd produce it. I'd set up the format for it. It'd be fun. And that's all I'm trying to do is have fun.
Right.
Chris, how old are you, bro?
Me, 50. I'll be 51 in July.
All right. So I'm, a few years older than you, right?
Right.
The older we get, the less time we got.
That's true. That's true. And let me tell you, I hit a bigger wall at the end of my 50 than you did. So a lot of all the warranty on my parts is starting to fail. They're all.
Yeah, I didn't start losing parts till just recently, but it's funny, man, because the elbow, right?
Yeah.
I went to the doctor about the elbow, Chris, and they made me jump through hoops. So you're gonna do this and this and this and this, and then if it still bothers you, call us back.
Right.
I already knew this and this and this wasn't gonna do shit. So it's been a month, and I'm going to go out and to the driving range, see if I can hit a golf ball, which I already know I can't. The last time I was golfing was the beginning of this fucking problem, right?
Oh, shit.
So, I just want to know if they can fix it. Okay. I don't want to hear physical therapy and make it stronger. There's nothing wrong with the strength of this forearm. Okay. There's something wrong with the tendon in my elbow. Right. And there's no amount of strengthening up around it that's going to change that. I can reach out and it hurts. I'm not picking up nothing.
Nowadays, they can fix you as long as you got enough coverage for them to steal.
Well, see, this is the whole thing. I mean, if it's just about pain management or whatever, I don't care. Just tell me so I can leave.
Right.
That's
Well,
all. Because
you
I'm
know,
not going.
I told
I'm
my
not gonna do-
cardiologist, I said, listen, don't be prescribing me shit just because you think. I
Right.
said, because you want to get the money for the prescription and you want the pharmacy to get the money for the filling it and all that and rate my insurance. I was like, don't put me through something unless I absolutely need, because I'll call you bullshit and I just won't get it done.
Exactly. Like last time, remember they gave me all the Oxycontins after my surgery?
Well, yeah, give me those. I'll sell those.
I still got a jar. I still got them in the jar. Dude. I think I took one a day for 3 days. After,
Right.
You know, chest surgery and shit, right? One a day for 3 days, and that's it. I got a high threshold of pain, and I'm not about to get hooked up on no big pharma bullshit. So,
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I'm in the same boat. When I had gotten hurt on the job and I almost completely severed the muscles from my neck on my left side. And this was back in 2012. I had a big pipe that was retired in a manhole fall on my head. It hit my head.
damn. No wonder you're a fucking nut.
And I had to the guy that was supposed to be watching me up top was over watching what is that World Star hip hop on his phone, and he wasn't paying attention to me in the manhole, and I had to climb myself out with the one good arm. And when I got out of the manhole, I threw my hard hat at him and called him a bunch of names. And we had a shower on site in the decon because we were doing asbestos removal, and it took me 20 minutes with the hot water beating on my neck for my neck to straighten back up because it was kicked to the side because of the muscle loss. And the doctor told me that I was literally like centimeters away from that tearing completely, and I potentially could have been paralyzed. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that kind of shit, right?
That's not good. But I went to physical therapy, and they put these electrodes on your muscle.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like shock therapy, basically.
Yeah, it makes your shit go.
and they had that dial cranked all the way up.
Uh-huh.
And I told them it felt good. And they looked at me like there was something wrong with me. And they were like, well, basically, your whole body should just be in contraction right now from what we're hitting you with. And I was like, no, it feels good. Just leave it there.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's funny because I had knee surgery when I was younger. And then, during rehab, they were doing that to my thigh.
Yeah.
Zapping me and shit, and then having me hit the I forget what it's called. It's a bike where you pedal forward. It's like you're pushing and pulling.
Yeah.
When you push out and then you pull back, there's tension both ways.
Yes.
Right, and you're kicking out with your knee, and then but you got to pull it hard back and then kick it out, pull it hard back, and there's tension both ways. That was a workout, right? So I had surgery on my right leg, and they're doing this physical therapy, and I get done, and my right leg is like making my left leg look like a chicken leg.
Yeah.
By the time I got done with therapy, it's like the right leg looked toned and tough, and the left leg looked like
the bad one. Yeah. The bad one was all good. The other one, no good.
Left ones are like, I ain't doing it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I had to do similar thing, but because it was my arm, it was the bike. You sat, your legs didn't do anything, and you had to pull and push the handles back and forth. And I had to do that. Then I had to do the tension bands off the wall, and I had to throw a lightweight medicine ball in the air and catch it, and keep doing that. And I was like, "There's a bunch of shit, dude, a bunch of crazy shit." My favorite part was that they'd give you a massage at the end in your shoulders where the place was, and then they'd hook you up to the electrodes just before you went home, and the electrodes was my favorite part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember them doing that to me, because I remember the jump, like your muscle just jumping when it first hits.
Yeah, initially, yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so I know, right? I'm just saying, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna tell them, look, that didn't work. She's gonna say, okay, physical therapy. And I'm like, oh, so you want me to jump through hoops so they can make some money over there? Look, just tell me if I go through physical therapy and it's still not fixed, it still isn't better, can you fix it?
Right.
Because if you're gonna tell me no, then I can just go home and fucking work out. I don't need to go to physical therapy to find out you're not gonna do anything anyway.
Right.
You see what I'm
Is it
saying?
gonna help or not?
If you can't fix it, just say so I can adjust myself to life without the ability to do some things.
Right. Well, the worst thing is when they call it, well, it's pain management. Well, that just
Yeah,
means
I'm not doing that.
that just means you're going to teach me how to live with it.
Yeah, I'm not doing pain management. I'm not doing taking your pills. I'm not doing none of that dumb shit. I just want to know how to adjust my life going forward. Can we fix it? And I'm still going to golf. Am I going to learn to golf one-handed? What are we doing here?
Pain management. I called most of my relationships in high school and college were pain management.
Dude, I ain't got time for that dumb shit. Really, I mean, I hate big pharma already, and they all, doctor already knows that. I ain't playing that game.
Right.
So there's no pill in your bag, of tricks. There's no pill in your bag of tricks that's gonna make me go, oh yeah, I'll take some diarrhea and heartburn to find out if this works. Ain't happening.
Like those ads where they show you people having a great time outside and doing all these fun activities, and they're like,
yeah.
Then it's for something like that can cause sudden death and gallbladder.
That's the problem. Everything that last one, man, convulsions and possibly death. Those are
the very first one they ever put on TV. That I remember anyway. I don't know if it was the actual first one, but it was back when they first started doing those on TV ones, and it was for allergies, like hay fever, like seasonal allergies.
Yeah.
And then they do the fast talk at the end with all the fucking side effects
and shit. You're just like.
And the very last one, it goes, and in some cases could cause sudden death. And
yeah.
I said, wait a minute. So sudden death means this to me. I pop the pill, I drink some water, I hit the fucking floor.
Yeah.
Sudden death. It's
yeah. And I'm thinking, why would I trade a runny nose for
great? I'll take the itchy eyes.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just stupid, man. And it's like, what I want to know is, how did you find out this shit could kill people?
Yeah, who did you kill? Who did you kill to find this out? And did you tell their family yet?
You see what I'm saying? Was that a test dummy? What talk to me.
Right.
I want to know the real story. Right?
Was it the family dog? Like, who did you do this to? Kerry, if you're still there, Kerry, do the poll, Kerry. We need more people to do the poll.
Oh yeah, read the poll up over there in the corner. And type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, whichever one you'd like.
We're trying something new. For us, anyway.
First, we're trying to find out if it works. We know we got one vote, but
right. So it did register the vote with the number in the chat, so that's good.
Yeah. All right.
And you too. Where is he? Bloomy, if you're still out there, I know it's not Mario Galaxy, but vote anyway.
Stacy was out there.
Oh yeah, you too, Stacy.
Yeah,
Stacy's good with that.
And Zaff, you can vote too, just to see if it's working.
I will. I'm going to see if we can get some more votes in there, and then I'm going to go with the one I want to do most. I'm going to put a number in that one.
Well, if you don't pick friends, I'm going to kick your ass.
The tie goes to the home team.
I'll tell you what, I miss that show so much, dude. And there's not that many things that they've done in the last 20 years that made me go, hell yeah, this is good. I'm going to watch this next week. But Walter,
he was amazing, dude.
And that's, what else? He was Denethor in Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Dude.
He's great. I like him. Is he dead? Or is he
totally different spectrum, different ends of the spectrum on those roles, dude.
Absolutely.
A noble king, from Fantasyland, and then a stone scientist.
Is he still alive, that guy?
I think so.
I haven't seen him in anything. He needs to be in more stuff.
He wasn't in a lot of stuff. That was.
I know. And he's good. He played Walter perfect. And then when he played the bad Walter, totally different character.
Yes. Yes. Great. That's what I mean. He's a great actor, man.
I mean, who else gets to tell themselves that they're what he called him, a sad little pathetic human being, and he's talking to himself.
Talking to another version of himself.
Yeah, that was great
stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, man, I'm shit. It's 11:30. It was a long day for me.
The truck's looking good.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just a matter of the mangled car. How that's gonna come out.
Well, gee, but the mangled car part's easy because any lines that are wrong are just part of the accident.
You're right. It's like it's like there
Oops, I missed that one. Oh, but it looks perfect.
What was that Bob Ross used to say? There are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
And see, that was one of the things I was going to say earlier about people that, like one of the things I like about people that ink that, like they'll splotch or smudge something or whatever. And instead of giving up, they incorporate it into the art.
Yeah.
That's an artist.
They make it work, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Flaws are part of art. It's not supposed to be perfect.
I'll give inkers, especially back in the day, not so much the digital ones nowadays because they could correct it easier with digital. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, that inker, especially if you worked for Marvel or DC, you inked on top of the pencils.
Yeah.
And there was no do-over. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. You had to own it. Yeah.
They sent that shit to you and you fucking did it and you sent it back. FedEx.
Right. Yep.
There wasn't no internet file transfer, none of that shit.
Yeah, there was no oops. Let me hit the redo button or undo.
Can you redraw this page for me?
Yeah.
No, they're on a deadline. They don't have time to redraw pages, right? So an inker makes a mistake, he's got to make that work. And those were like fucking serious artists because they didn't have a choice. And
that's why, like, if you fucked up back then, that was probably your last gig with at least that company. If you did like a big fuck up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like even when you made a little, if you fucked something up and you couldn't figure out how to incorporate it in that panel and still make it work,
right? You
weren't good enough to do comics,
right?
They wouldn't hire you if you fucked that up. You couldn't do it. You weren't good enough.
A lot of people that thought they could do it couldn't do it back then, and
now it's like everybody that hey, no knock on digital, but digital, all you got to do is hit undo.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, and I wouldn't.
There's no incorporating that mistake into the art, which is what art is. Okay, art is making doing the best you can with the flaws you create. Just like Bob Ross said, right? You just keep on doing, and you make it work. And those are the true artists, the guys that can do that. And, it's not easy, especially over somebody else's stuff.
There's an amount of talent that every artist, inker, colorist, or penciler has that you can see and you can't take away from them. But to be able to not only have that talent, but then to run with a mistake and make something that you didn't want to happen work, that's a different type of talent on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what they all had to be able to do back in the day. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was no undo button.
Right.
They all those guys that were inking back in the day, those are all masters, man, because
so even though digital artists, I give digital artists a lot of props for having talent.
They're still making lines.
There's right. There's still a level, or colorists, inkers, I should say. But they have more freedom than the guys back in the day had, or not more freedom, but they have more leeway to make a mistake and be able to correct it.
Yeah, it's going to come out right every time. That's the thing now with the digital. It's like oh, we just create, undo, make that line right. It's good. It's always going to be right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that dude's pencils and this final panel might not look the same because dude made some kind of a mistake and had to incorporate it into the panel, but it still worked.
And there was a level of animosity back then that could be built that you don't get today with the digital inkers, because back then, if a guy had an inker, they were assigned the inker, unless they had a big enough name where they could carry their own inker in, like Jim Lee.
Right. Right.
They were assigned an inker. And I've heard stories of people where they're like, yo, nice guy, but he fucked up my artwork. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And
when I saw the book released, I was so pissed. Like, I've heard a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's some people, that look, you can spread yourself too thin in this game too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You can get out there, be doing things. If something goes wrong, you got to bring somebody else in to try and fix it. Before you know it, you're in over your head. And things are still like spiraling out of control. You ain't got it together. And after a while, you either have to call it. Okay. Like, what's his name? Tommy Mark, right?
Right.
Tommy Mark called it. He said, look, I'm obviously not going to be able to get this done at this time. Refunded everybody's money. Everybody loves Tommy Mark.
Right. Oh,
or you can be that guy that just keeps dragging it out and not knowing you might probably never get this done.
And
but you've got thousands of dollars on the hook.
Yep.
And
the one thing I will say is that no matter what name you carried into this spectrum nowadays, like from the past, if you're a big name from back in the 90s or early 2000s, and now you're in this independent game doing your own thing, it doesn't matter, because I've seen people that came into it with big established names just lose their entire reputation because they couldn't put it together.
Exactly.
And they pissed off not only the backers, they pissed off their colleagues in the field that had them on and pumped their book, and then had to say the sorry to their fans because
they backed it.
They
didn't get nothing. Yeah.
So you're constantly still trying to earn your stripes, whether you think you should or not.
Right. And it's even harder for a new guy. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
But there has to be a time when you come clean with your fans and go, hey, either this is going to take a lot longer than I thought, and I'm sorry. Right. Or just be, like, dude, I love Tommy Mark, dude. He went out and he just told everybody, if you want a refund, let me know.
Right.
Okay.
Which is respectful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what there's not much else he could have done. That's the way to do it.
No, but look at how many people just ghost everybody.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Well, there's a few people that I backed because I mistakenly thought that because they had some sort of credibility prior to their book that they would fulfill. And there's 3 of them, and I will never back their shit again if they do it again. And really, the scumbags, they didn't offer refunds. They took the money and ran. And then they throw a sob story out that, oh, well, I needed it for this, or I had this. Listen, do I call you up and tell you my personal problems and ask you to give me my money back and the book? No. So stop giving me a bullshit reason why you stole my money.
Yeah, because this is the bottom line. Okay, if you took the money and then the money's not either still in your account or has been allocated toward different parts of your book,
right?
That's fine. Okay, if you took some of the money and you paid that artist and you're still waiting on pages, whatever, that's one thing. Okay, now, but again, if you know you're in over your head, man, don't drag everybody else around you down with you.
No, and say it. Just say what's going on. All you got to do is tell people what's going on.
Yeah, don't keep acting like everything's okay and we're going to get it. And don't drag all the other names associated to your project down with you. If you know you're in over your head, you either tell those people, hey, I'm going to need a lot more help to get this done. You be honest with your crew too, not just your fans. you got to be honest with the people that are putting work in on your book too,
Right.
right? Because just because you got the inker lined up, well, you might not have a letterer or a colorist yet. You ain't paid for that yet. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
if you know you're not there and you're probably not going to get there, man up. You're gonna earn way more respect from the fans and your colleagues than you will if they come finding out 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. You still ain't put together nothing with the work they did for you.
Right.
You know, don't screw your crew either. This is what I'm saying. It's like it's gonna hurt you all the way around. If you're gonna do this and you're hiring out, make sure you can afford to. Don't count on
writers. I think writers have a harder time. I'll give them credit because they got to find a whole crew. Myself, I just hire colorists. I do everything else. So I have.
And I was talking with Brad about that today. How it's easier for some people to pull it off than others.
Right.
You know, some people need that crowdfunding money to pay their crew.
It's less of a headache if you're able to do more of it yourself.
Right.
I mean, you still have your problems, but
I mean, look, it's not an easy thing to pull off.
No.
Okay, it's really not. Comic books, it looks fun. I mean, it's fun. It looks easy, but if you're really gonna succeed, if you're really gonna make fans happy and make them want to come back and buy more of your books, it's never gonna be on a 2-year delay on book 1.
Right.
It's not going to happen. You've already crossed that threshold into people already don't have faith in you anymore, or they're losing their faith. You know what I mean?
And there's people with the know-how out there. Again, no names, but there's people out there that have like 3 or 4 books under their belt. They have the reputation preceding them before they got into this. They have a huge following and audience now, and it almost seems like they're becoming later and later. And I'm like,
yeah, like almost entitled to take their time because it's
just maybe
crowdfunding. It's not.
And
there's no deadline. There's no boss telling you got to get this done by this time.
The one thing I'd like is okay, but you know you're doing that. So when someone gives you criticism or your fans give you criticism, suck it up. Don't start getting mad at them and doing the meme game, like, because I see too much of that. That's
really where I was going with this. It's like, don't get mad at your fans because they want to know where the fuck their money is.
Right. Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you on stream every night of the week, and it's been 2 years, and it's like the 3rd book I'm waiting for. Like, that's the other thing. Like, you heard me say it. I'm not putting out a pre-launch page until I know all the books for this campaign are in the mail.
Right.
And it's like, that should be something everybody does. You know how many of these guys are asking for backers to back a book? And meanwhile, the last 2 they did have nobody seen them yet. Like they're not out yet. It's like,
they're not hand.
How many irons do you want to have in the fire? Like without producing anything? And then what's to stop them? Really, what's to stop them from just, okay, I funded 4 books now. I didn't get any of them back. None of them are finished. I have all this money, and you know what? I'm just disappearing.
I'm going to move.
Yeah. I got about $5-6 million of other people's money. I'm just going to disappear.
I'm just going to check out, you know.
Like, really? It's a real, I'm not saying these people will do it, but it is a real risk. It's you're taking a chance at this point, continuously backing them before you get what you paid for.
But yeah, my thing is what you said about don't get mad at your fans.
No.
Don't get mad at your fans. They threw money at you. You didn't deliver. They should be mad at you and have every right to be. Okay, especially when you do the one guy who blocks everybody who says something.
Oh God, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay,
well, that's disgusting because that person has such a big name. Like, yo, you gotta develop a thicker skin and stop being a douche.
And maybe take care of all them people that gave you all that fucking money.
Right. Maybe look at it from the standpoint that they have a point. You just took their money and gave them nothing. And then you turn around and say, well, I'm not giving you anything. And it's like, oh, okay.
And I'm going to block you. So
and
that
why are you
can't
still
reach-
getting? Why are you still getting jobs anywhere? Like, I don't understand.
Mhm. So I hope this has reached the right ears. If it hasn't, somebody hit that share button and make sure you tag the people that should hear it.
Yeah. And tell them I said so.
Yeah, kind of. Look, I don't want to be out here promoting people that aren't going to come through.
And I'll let them come on here and yell at me if as long as they back my book, I don't care.
But
And
you
then
know
I'll
what
give
I mean?
and then I'll give
don't
them their
want people-
copy in 4 years.
I don't want people coming to me going, "Hey, dude, where's that book that guy on your network was doing?"
Right.
I want to hear that shit. And actually, I heard that from one person today about somebody.
Uh-oh.
But they're not in the network anymore. They're somebody we left behind a long time ago.
I was going to say they're in the mail. They're in the mail.
No, it wasn't somebody as active in the madness now, but it was, a past,
Right.
showrunner, member, whatever.
Right.
And I was like, well, I can't answer to that because we left that dude behind.
Listen, all I'll say to those people out there that might have a book that they've been working on, just if you really plan on doing it still and it hasn't happened yet, talk to the people. And if you don't plan on doing it, talk to the people. Tell them, hey, listen, I'm a scumbag and I'm taking your money and I'm not giving you anything. Goodbye.
I mean, either way, it's like, I just don't want, like you said, I don't like the fan abuse because somebody wants to know what's up. Okay.
Oh yeah. Stop making it the backer's fault that you're a piece of garbage.
Yeah. And especially if they're backers that like actually promote what you're trying. We're actually promoting what you were doing.
Right.
They were trying to help you get seen, and then you got to go do shit like that. Look, it's happened to me a bunch of times. I don't even care anymore. I just leave those people behind. You know that. I've gotten so good at not beefing with people online anymore.
Right.
I got so good at it, man. I just like, I ain't got to hear that no more. Done. Moving on.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only way I can make this work is to not get caught up in the dumb shit. So,
Raul, you're in the chat, man. No one's got beef. We're just talking about people not fulfilling and taking their anger out on the fans that want their books.
And there has been in the past, Raul. There's been times I've had beef with people, but or they've had beef with me, I should say, because I don't go out looking for problems. I'm trying to help everybody sell books. Some people get mad,
Yeah.
Some people get mad because I'm helping that guy sell books.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
Raul, Carrie, and Stacy, and Bloomy, if you're still in the chat, all you guys, go vote.
Oh,
It's right up there on the screen. Do 1, 2, or 3 for what you want to see me do next. Either superhero gods, futuristic fantasy, or sci-fi steampunk.
And Raul, did you know that you're friends with Carol Brown, right? Raul? Carol Brown from Ripper?
Oh,
Come on,
really?
say yes or no.
Yeah.
Man, this guy types slow.
Right. I don't even think he's typing. He's probably like taking a poop after he did that comment.
Holy crap. Come on, man. Yes or no? You know Carol Brown, right? Right. A little. Yeah. Okay. Did you know that she edits Mike Barron's Ripper book? Did you know that?
What does Mike Barron have through Ripper right now?
Shit. What's the one I can't even remember the name of it, dude. Because I don't follow too much of the Ripper stuff. I really don't.
Right.
Because that whole beef with him and Ethan and shit, and I just lost interest in both of them and went on about my business.
I lost interest in Ripperverse based on what I saw, like the stuff that was brought to light with what he was getting taken for a ride by the artist he had, and he didn't know it. And rather than just saying, my bad, I didn't realize that's what was happening, he defended the guy, and I was like,
I mean, but see, like I said, I didn't get involved. That was the beginning of my lesson of leaving it all behind, because it didn't matter which side I stood on in that. It wasn't going to end up good for me.
No, because there's too many people on both sides.
Right, that will get mad if you got something to say.
Right. If you say it about one side, then you got to.
I'm trying to bring people together.
Half the country's going to hate you depending on what side you go with.
I'm trying to get people together, right? I was so happy when Ethan and Ripple were buddies. I was like, man, this is fucking great for the industry. All these extra people that Ripple brings in, you know, that weren't really comic fans, but they're going to buy his stuff, and that may lead them to buy other people's stuff. And now he's talking to Ethan, and everybody's meshing, and it's all cool.
Raul, it says right on the thing. You type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat for which one of those you want. That's how the vote works.
So, you know, I mean, I was happy when they were buddies. When they started beefing, I was like, I unfollowed them both. I got the hell out. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to know what was going on.
Right.
I you know what I mean? I got all the way out because I'm trying to run a network, and I didn't need that. I didn't need either side of that play. So, you know, some of it was funny. I'm not going to say I didn't drop comment here and there.
Yeah.
Some of it was funny as hell. Both of them acted stupid at times, but you know,
no,
it just got old.
At the beginning of it, I tuned in and I would listen to it as background noise because it was funny.
Yeah, exactly. And, but it got old real fast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then it just went on to the point where it's like, all right, now you're acting like a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah.
All right, so they registered Raul's vote, so now we got 2 for 3.
Let's see, good call, Raul. Yeah. 3.
Now we just need Carrie, Stacy, and Squish to vote.
But yeah, Carol Brown edits Mike's book over there, and we might get her on a Barkwire show with Mike.
Right.
So, you know, it's just like I'm always trying to network and grow. I just don't want any of the drama bullshit. Mike ain't doing none of that anymore. He's staying strictly to the comics. So, you know, we're just having fun now. You know,
that's how it should be. I mean,
there was way too much drama, and it was, you know, for a little bit there was people that just thought, okay, well, any press is good press.
Right.
That's not true, because if your bad press comes with a bad comic, nobody ever going to talk to you again.
Right.
You know, it's better to have good press and hope people like your stuff. You know, ain't nobody ever got me to buy their stuff because they were mad at somebody else.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I ain't never bought something because you were mad at him, so I bought your stuff to spite him. It ain't never happened.
And it's funny, like,
right?
It's funny how that's a thing on the streaming scene for this stuff. It's like, okay, because I see so many people buy things or back something, or say they back something just because, oh, I like the stream the guy's on. Like, okay. Like, that's weird, but all right. You do you.
Well, I mean, you know, if they back it and it's good, then they'll back another one because they liked it. If they backed it and it was bad, they probably won't back again. Right. Even though they like dude's stream, right?
Right.
It's the product still has to stand up, people.
Well, the one thing I have noticed is all these people we're talking about. I mean, granted, their sales are astronomically better than mine are.
Oh yeah.
But to what they were for themselves, they've lost a lot.
Well, that was the whole thing. They had a chance to. Both of them had a chance to damn near double their buying audience, and instead they shot themselves in the foot or shot each other in the foot. You know.
Well, I remember, like, if you follow some of their things, not so much Ripper, he came in strong and then gradually declined. But if you follow the other guys' stuff, it was a slow build. It was like a couple of 90,000, 80,000, whatever. Then it went into the hundreds of thousands. Then he got it up to 1 million on one of them, and now he's going back. he's
Well, you got to actually deliver.
and he's keeping and you got to put that into context with all the streaming and the amount of time that those things are being funded for, because he leaves those up for an incredible amount of time.
Oh yeah, while he's taking his time getting them out to you.
So,
You know,
yeah. So all that stuff has to factor into the amount of money he's collecting for those campaigns.
But then I look at somebody like Polito, who puts one out every 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah.
6 digits every time.
He's non-stop, dude. He promotes the shit out of
Delivers every time. That's the key.
He's not
Every time.
He puts a lot of videos out about his book, about his product, about his company. He doesn't.
Dude, I know. When I came into this, he was one of the people I promoted the most in the beginning.
Right. Yeah, but as you notice, he doesn't have a drama stream. He promotes his shit.
He never has it. He used to come out and drink a beer on once a week and just talk for an hour with the chat, and those shows were cool as hell. I'm not sure if he still does them anymore or doesn't do them near as much. I'm sure because of the flavor of social media nowadays. Everybody's got some. You can't do anything without somebody being mad at you.
Right.
You know? What's up, Bartek?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Edwin?
Chilling, man. I just got back.
How was the party? How was the tattoo party?
Surprisingly good.
Nice.
Well, you know what? You got here just in time for us to switch streams, bro.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Let me start sending the links in the chat.
And I'm gonna have to go reset Pilled and Rumble, and you go ahead and play the outro, and 12:15 we'll be back, everybody, or they'll be back. I probably won't.
Matthew,
what the hell is everybody showing up at the end of the show for?
What's going on? All right, guys, we're wrapping up this stream, so I'm gonna just drop the links in the chat for the to
Be
join
back 15 minutes,
and then we'll be back. So let me drop the links first, and then I'll play the outro, and then we'll come back.
15 minutes. We will be back. I promise. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, thank you, Pops.
All right, bro.
You bet, brother.
Good talk, man. Good talk. What's going on, gentlemen? Here's the link to join the next stream if you want to jump in and be on panel with us. That's this link here. And just I don't have the other link readily available, so do me a favor and just do I have it? Yeah, I do. Maybe I do. Let me see something. No, I ain't got it. Where the hell is it? Nope, you beat. Hold on. This is gonna take a second because I'm not that fast. I'm not quick on the draw like the horse named McGraw. So what's going on? Talk to me while I'm taking forever.
I've been drawing some thumbnails for the Mothquatch, and I might have a different look on him since he was enhanced.
Okay.
So
so we're gonna check that out next time on the next show.
Definitely.
All right. Here's the link. This is the link to watch the next show. Also, if you haven't, please. I'm gonna bring the poll over, and we're gonna see if I can. Well, let me see what we got here. We got how many people did this poll? 2 people. All right. So right now we got 2 people for the sci-fi steampunk story. So I'm gonna post another poll over on the other show, and we'll see if we can keep it going. And I'll just drop.
What do you mean? What do you mean your next trilogy? You mean like a completely different story?
Yeah, I do all my stories in trilogies. So the next book I'm putting out, my next campaign is book 3 of the first trilogy. So I would be starting another trilogy after that. So I'm trying to get a feel for what people would like to see.
Okay.
And these are all stories. like the superhero / gods is what I'm working, is what my main comic book heroes are, which is what Addicts is in. So I can continue with the next group of superhero god characters. The other one is a futuristic fantasy, which takes place. It's humanity has moved. It's in the future. They moved to another planet, and it's basically starting over. So it's like medieval fantasy mixed with futuristic tech, because they still have tech from the old Earth. That they've
That
expanded.
sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that's the number 2. And then number
Come
3
on,
is
guys.
steampunk.
End this one. Start the next one. Ask your questions in the next stream. Let's go. Come on. I'm trying to set up the next one. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
So I'm going to reset up this poll on the next one, guys. I'm going to drop those 2 in and continue it. So if you haven't voted, come on over there, people. Grab that link. It's in the chat. And Edwin, I'll send you yours.
All right.
All right. I'll see you guys over there.
If you missed the live viewing of any Madness Entertainment Group production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. We'll see you next time on the Madness Entertainment Group.